And I'm going to step back while we watch this thing open. Ain't she pretty? What is up, everybody? We're doing a really fun tour today, and it is actually with Super Pacific. I've got Philip right here. He is the manager, the guy in charge of the cloud cap. It is a pop top tent, right? That you reach from the inside, but they have built out this van, and I wanted to show this on my channel because it is a really, really, really good van for those that just don't want to spend a lot of money, that have access for multiple sleeping, and it is a build that is just simple, easy. I like the build a lot, actually, and it's perfect for the camping aspects of just getting out, and you've actually lived out of it for like weeks on end, like a month at a time.
Yeah.
So we're
60 nights in this thing so far this year.
There it is. So let's get into all that right now. People might get a little upset that the pop top isn't even open yet, but we did that on purpose. Yeah, we did that on purpose. Well, tell me a little bit about you and Super Pacific in general.
Yeah, so I'm Philip. I'm the B2B sales manager for Super Pacific. I handle most of our van building clients as well as our distribution network for the campers. Super happy to be here. Love camping, love overlanding, love trucks. So this is pretty much a dream job for me. Been at Super Pacific for about 1.25 years. Before this, worked at OVP building vans. So I feel like this van is kind of like my baby. I got to do all the things that I would do to it while keeping it kind of usable, utilitarian base, but also, like Jarrod said, taking it out to a ton of events. Excited to show you guys what we did. I think it's a little bit different than kind of what most people do.
So this is your show van that you take to all the shows that you attend, but you try to also bring this plus an X1 camper.
Yep.
And for those that don't know what an X1 camper, that's actually Sasha's X1 right here. And I have one on my truck, which is right there. And then that's actually Philip's. Philip's is right next to me. Gen 2 or 3 Tundra?
Gen 1 Tundra,
Gen 1
2004,
Tundra.
yeah.
Excellent. Super Pacific, that's what you guys were started. You guys started with the X1 and now you're on the cloud cap.
Yep, so we just hit 5 years of doing these wedge style campers. And about 2 years ago, we adapted the tent that we use on our truck campers for the van market. So we have an internal pass-through, internal locking mechanism, but very similar design. We have an updated tent design specifically for cloud cap. It's just been a lot of fun to be able to bridge the truck camping and the van world and get an opportunity to do both, live the best of both worlds.
Before we step inside, you actually have a new product, and I'll do an overlay of what that new product is. It is the same style of pop top, but it's on a low roof, a E-Series.
Yes, we do. More to come on that. But
you announced it, I can say that.
Yeah, it is an official product, a pop top for the E-Series vans. It has a cantilevered bed system on gas struts, so it gets full standing height in it. But you have the advantage of keeping it lower profile, so if you like to off-road and you want to go down trails where there's a lot of tree coverage, just a lot lower profile, better gas mileage. But we'll have a tour of that video coming here.
Yeah, we will have one. Honestly, man, I built an E-Series. I would totally put one on there. It's so cool. It's rad as all heck. You didn't really touch much on the outside, and this was a collaboration build with a bunch of different companies. So you worked with a bunch of people.
Yep.
Are those wheels a hookup?
Yep. Okay. So our friends at Nomad hooked us up with those wheels. Also, our friends at Nokian hooked us up with those Outpost AT tires. They have been amazing combo.
Is it a two-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive?
So it's a four-wheel drive.
Okay,
it's a 2021 four-wheel drive. Does need some suspension upgrades, let me tell you. It's a little bit sketch, but she gets the job done.
So wait, you bought it, the company bought it as a used van?
Yeah, it was like a new used van. It was actually sitting at OVP. I don't know what happened with it, but I think the client had fallen through by the time the van got there, and they ended up getting a newer van. So we picked this thing up. It had like 2,000 miles on it. Like having the four-wheel drive and the low range, it's definitely saved me a couple times. Snow camped a lot in it last year, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're a ski bum. Yeah,
yep.
Okay. We'll move to the outside around the back at the end, but it looks like right at the beginning, let's walk towards it. You said you do need a suspension upgrade, so you don't have one yet.
Yeah, we just have a mini leaf in the back, which has helped a lot, but we definitely need some new shocks.
So Van Compass, Agile, King, maybe Invictus.
Invictus, yeah, Ryan, you want to hook me up? Yeah. Whatever, dude.
It looks like you have bug screens here in the front that you told me they're especially branded just for you.
Yep.
Very nice of them to do that.
We used to have a soft goods division, and that was one of the projects that we did for another company. So we have some custom parts that you can't get on this.
You do have a soft goods for the X1s.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is that a smart floor?
No, so it's actually a company called PreCut. They are also really well known in the mobility floor, so doing a lot of like wheelchair accessible vans, things like that. It is very similar style where it's kind of the extruded aluminum that you glue down.
Like a smart floor, yeah.
Exactly.
But it's called PreCut?
PreCut.
PreCut.
Yep. Similar style though, it's got L-track all in the floor, so mounting different seat options. We've used it to strap down all of our gear supplies for events like tents. 10 rails in it, which is kind of excessive, but for our use, it's been really useful to be able to have so many different mounting options.
Right, you mounted your hide and go seat on there.
Yep, so they make a hide and go seat mount for it. All of our cabinets are also bolted into it. It's got a ton of L-track in it. Maybe too much for most people, but it makes it super awesome for mounting all the stuff that we carry with us.
Because it looks like to me like, and you know, no dig to them, but it looks like an AgWag, adventure wagon for people that own that. Yeah. But it's not.
It's not. So it's actually a company called Lost Highway. They're in California. It's a little bit more stripped down than the AgWag kit. Like they just provided the L-track and the substructure for mounting the L-track. And then we worked with Joy Bond's Van Supply out in Newburgh, and they cut all of our wall panels, did the pass-through for the cloud cap. And for us, it was like we want a little bit more customization on our wall panel colors and layout. And so we ended up just going with the Lost Highway kit. They've been great to work with. L-track in the walls and the ceiling.
Well, let's, as we're about to step in, it looks like you have a much needed, because you said you spend many weeks, days on the road on this. So that is one of my favorite toilets, which is the CompoCloset.
Yep, Cuddy Light. It's been an awesome toilet.
Are you going to get the S1 insert?
I hope so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely would be nice. Yeah, it's been a great toilet to take on road trips, especially out to desert areas.
Is that open all the time right there?
Yeah, there is a cam strap for it. This was designed for an isotherm or a vitrifigro.
So you don't have a fridge?
No, we have a chest freezer in the back, or a chest style like overlanding fridge that we use.
Okay.
Eventually we will get one. It's just one of the kind of the final pieces of the build that we haven't got to yet.
Hey man, you know, you guys, you're on a budget too.
Yeah, exactly. So for the meantime, the toilet just lives there. I have my trash can there and like cleaning supplies, and then I just strap it down.
So you're gonna have to find a place for that whenever you do get the fridge.
Yeah, I think we got space if we moved this seat forward and did a toilet cabinet. I think we could fit it behind the seat.
Well, a nice thing about that is you can move the seat by just using the L-track.
Yeah, exactly. So you can kind of see there's exposed track right there because the seat used to be more forward.
Okay.
But for the last show, I put the fridge there and then moved the seat all the way back.
Do these seats swivel?
They don't. Oh wait, the front seats?
Yeah, the front seats.
Yeah, the front seats swivel. And then we have the hide and go seat from Freeman here, which has been awesome. When we do shows, you know, there's 3-4 of us sometimes going between events or picking us up at the airport. So having...
You actually drove me.
Yeah, that's true.
Did.
Yeah, I
took you. You gave me a ride.
Took you to dinner and back. So having the seat with 4 seat belts, 2 beds, it makes it like a really good family hauling van, or it's just a really versatile build for us at the company to use as well.
I see right up here in the upper corner, you have your electrical, just your simple bus bar. You know, is that all your electrical? Did you run the electrical? How did that work?
No, so originally when we designed the van, we weren't planning on doing like a full build. And so we ran all of our electrical and the heater off a power station. And so we had the power station down on the floor, and then we had the fuse block that powered everything. We have since moved to a house battery system that is in one of the cabinets, but we still use that just because...
Oh, that's right. You use my battery.
Exactly.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Someone very generously hooked us up. And so we're using his remnants in our van to power everything else. But that was what we did originally, because before it was just the walls and floor and the bench seat. And we just used the power station, and that actually worked pretty well. But now we're just moved on to something a little bit more robust.
You could tell that you're a camping company because you went with like a power station over like a built-in system.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call them out. They didn't hook you up. EcoFlow, we asked them to hook you up, and they were like, no, we're good.
Maybe they'll see our van now and be like, ooh, this thing's sweet.
I think so. You don't do soft goods like you said, but that is a company that also hooked you up, I think.
Yeah, this is just a Van Essentials.
I love those.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I like being able to have it here for longer trips. I usually keep my food in here. But if we're going to shuttle people at the mountain, do some mountain biking and carrying more people, we can just unbolt this from the L-track, take it out.
It just bolts up right here, huh?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I like that. So this is the L-track system that is here. And you said all of your lower cabinetry is actually mounted to the L-track below me.
Yep.
And then is the uppers also bolted in?
So they're bolted in some of the vertical strips. So there's one vertical strip there, and then there's another one in the back.
Okay.
Before we had this Murphy bed system, we had a flatline bed, and that worked really well with the L-track system. We've since upgraded to some real cabinets and real countertop and a real bed, but it's still been really useful for holding paper towels, hanging gear, hanging jackets, hanging wet stuff, hanging towels.
You came from OVP. He's been on my channel several times. OVP hooked you up with the van.
Yep.
And I think they hooked you up with something else that's even more crucial.
Yeah, so they did all of our countertops and all of our cabinets.
And this is bed system too, right?
Yep. Everything you see that's a cabinet, besides the soft uppers from OVP. So this is their Rainier layout, which is a super useful and utilitarian build. So this was the prototype cabinets that they are doing now, which is like a aluminum honeycomb.
Yeah.
So they're like 60% less weight than if it was 3/4 ply. Kind of the other idea is we wanted to keep our van super lightweight and just simple, really. So we don't have a big water system, the Dometic Go system, and then we just have a couple jerry cans that we keep underneath the sink cabinet, so we don't have to worry about winterizing it very much.
You can just take the cans out.
Just take the cans out.
So it's just one fresh, one gray kind of a thing?
I have 2 fresh and 1 gray.
Smart. Yeah. And each one is like 5 gallons or something?
Yeah, I think it's 5 gallons.
Yeah. And then you just have the Dometic sink, which is a rechargeable. I mean, everybody that has an X1, like a camper like we have over there, we all use that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
it is such a good little faucet. I've only charged it like once. It's got a little light. It's touchpad. It's magnetic.
They're expensive, those sons of...
I know, but it's such a good product.
It's so cool. I like it. I mean, yeah, it's $100, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and then we had a happy little accident with the L-track that the water pipe actually fit down
Come
in there.
on, really? Is that how that works?
That was not on purpose, but it works amazing. So that just goes down there, and then we got our water tanks under there.
You don't have to drill anything for that water to go down, that line to go down. All right, you have storage back here. Actually, there's your fridge.
There's where we have it for the last show.
And it's just strapped down to the L-track?
Yep, so strapped onto the L-track.
It's nice having that cooler because you can take it in and out. You can...
And then it opens from both sides, so it doesn't really matter where we put it.
Who makes that one, IceCo?
Yep, yeah. IceCo. And then sometimes I'll actually put it like east-west right here so that I can step onto it for when the bed's down.
Well, why don't you show me that bed? This is your main sleeping, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's just a Murphy bed. There's a pin that holds the bed platform up, and then there's a cam strap that holds the rest of it up. Just release that.
Do you need the cam strap? Is that something that...
You don't need it. I think it was just convenient for what we had. So that goes down, and then the mattress comes down.
Now, when you're out camping with your partner or just on yourself or whatever, when you're not at a show, do you just keep that down?
Yeah, I just keep it down.
Yeah, I would assume,
because typically we have a lot of stuff underneath the bed.
Sure.
So it's just a little bit neater to tuck all that stuff away.
Who made your mattress? Is that yours or is that Roam Rest?
This is a Roam Rest mattress.
Oh, nice.
I think it's an Alpine Van Works one, designed specifically for OVP's Rainier layout.
Right, because now I see the tag on the back. Yep. That's the OVP Alpine tag, but it's a Roam Rest mattress.
Yep.
Jeez, so much cross branding.
I know. Well, there's a lot of cool companies around here.
There are a lot of cool companies in the P&W. Man, this is such a cool little van. You know, a lot of people like to talk about what's the pricing on this thing? And I know you got hooked up with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
so what do you guesses?
I would estimate this van would be like 150 to 100.
That's including van.
Including the van, 150 to like 175 for a build like this. Granted, yeah, we did have a lot of partners that helped us out with this build.
Do you even have an inverter? I don't remember.
We have an inverter.
Oh, you do?
We have a 300 amp hour Renogy system.
Is it? Did I give you 3?
Yeah.
I didn't remember. I don't remember. Okay.
And then we have 420 watts of solar on the roof, and then we have a 50 amp DC-DC charger from Red Arc. So between all those things...
Wow, you really Frankenstein that system together.
Yeah, but it works super well. We're really not stationary for that long.
Sure.
So maybe 3-4 days at max, and we do a lot of driving. So with the alternator charger, the battery system and the solar, like we never really go below like 80%. Plenty of power for our needs.
How do you shower? A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, I want to shower, I want to shower."
Yeah.
I don't need one, but
I don't need one either. I carry a geyser, which is like the sponge bath.
Yeah. Do you really? You carry one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you plug it into the power station or maybe one of your cigarette lighter ports, or do you just run it cold?
I have done it. I'll run it out of that one,
Yeah.
and then do it by the door or run it out the window. But most of the time when I use it, it's kind of hot, so it feels kind of good to have like a nice cold sponge bath.
Yeah, there you go. And then you have, well, you do skiing though too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when you do, when you have a fridge, but do you have cooking apparatuses?
Nope. I just use like a portable stove, put it on the countertop, or a jet boil.
Are you induction guy, portable induction, or are you a portable open flame?
Probably propane right now. I do like induction, and I think in the future it would be nice to have.
Yeah.
And this cabinet or this galley was designed for induction. We just decided not to go with it. But I think future wise it would be nice to have one for this.
So you'd want to mount one. You wouldn't want, because I love the portable idea.
No, I mean I'd probably do a portable just because I don't want to cut the hole for it in the countertop. Like it's already glued in, so it'd probably be easier just to have a portable one.
Well, before we go to the back and actually show the back and the owl boxes and everything else, 'cause that was another hookup, I think.
Yep, totally.
We're going to actually open what people maybe came into this video for in the first place.
Yep.
Which is the cloud cap, which is what it's called. Who came up with that name?
I don't know. Slightly before my time. I'm not that creative, so it wasn't me.
But what's really exciting is you just came up with this new, finally, mounting system for the ladder. I think that was probably the biggest, like, not disappointment, but the one thing that the builders wanted.
It's kind of the last final piece. It's not technically out yet. It might be.
It will be by the time this video comes out.
Maybe by the time it goes out. Currently, it's all 3D printed parts, so we've been prototyping with that. But last weekend was the first time I used it, and it worked amazing.
So the ladder tucks up into the space that is the pass-through.
Yep.
It still has room for the fan. Let me get a shot of that.
The fan is actually running right now. So the fan will function with the pop top open or closed. So super nice. You don't lose the ability to have a fan. But when it's like a summer day and you have the top open, it's really nice to get some fresh air coming in.
You know, some good questions that I heard at the last show that we were at. Somebody was asking about what else can I put on top of that? Can I put a air conditioner?
You can't do air conditioners because the open angle of the pop top is really steep, so it messes with the Freon and all the other stuff in the air conditioning.
Yep. It can handle the weight.
Yep.
It can't handle the Freon.
Yep, exactly. Okay. All the internals that make the air conditioning work don't go well with the open angle of the top.
So you recommend as the cloud cap, manager, if you have a 170, you can do the air conditioner in the back or the front or whatever. And then you can also have the cloud cap.
Yep, exactly. So on the 170s and then on the 148 extended transits, there is enough roof space to do like a conventional roof mount.
Yep.
Otherwise, if you want air conditioner like a cruising comfort or an undermount, like a Velvet underbench.
You could do the Velvet. Yeah, the Vellets are good. Or you could also do the EcoFlow, I guess the Wave.
Yep. You can
and they make the window inserts. Yeah.
Yeah, for our needs, we don't really need an air conditioner. We're in the Northwest. The temperature is like pretty mild and it cools off during night, and we're not really out in the desert for long periods of time.
I kind of see how this operates.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're going to open it for us.
I will. So this is our pop tops of the ladder, just kind of nest up, and then that comes all the way down.
So you just went like that. You just pushed it that way because there's feet that hold it, and then it just comes down like you just did.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That was so nice.
Yeah, it's been really convenient. And then there is a safety latch that kind of helps gather the material. You release that, rotate that 180 degrees, and then you just push up on the tent and the gas struts.
And I'm going to step back while we watch this thing open. Ain't she pretty? Custom colored tent just for you in the show model.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite colorway. It's kind of loud, but I think it just kind of grabs the eye because there's no other tents. All the other tents are like gray or black or tan, and this is just a little bit more unique for our show van.
Can I step up in there?
Yeah, step up in there.
So let's see how this all works. Now, I'm a bigger dude, Philip, than you. This is the pass-through right here. Do you know what the dimension of the pass-through is?
It's about 34 by 17.
34,
Yep.
17.
And the reason it is that size is, one, you don't have to cut any of the structural roof ribs. So especially on these high roof vans, it's nice that you don't have to compromise the roof structure. And then also for the bed platform, if it was any bigger, then it would compromise your sleeping space.
And you guys have installers throughout the whole country for
Yep.
these. So if you want to DIY, you want to put this on your truck, on your van, then you can suggest people.
Yep, exactly. So we don't have a DIY option. We would recommend you to a builder in your area.
Well, that's what I mean. If a DIY wants to build out the
yeah.
inside, and you have a builder that can
Yep.
put this on.
Exactly. Yep. So we have a dealer map on our website. If you're interested in getting one of these on your van, you can check out our website, or you can reach out to me, and we can suggest a builder in your area that can install the cloud cap for you.
And then this stays open when you're up here at night, and you've slept up here.
Yep.
Okay. This is a full size bed.
Yep, it's full. I think it's 79 by 52.
79, 52. That's right around a full size.
Yep.
And you have a couple different mattress options. You have your X-Bed or whatever that's called.
Yeah, the X-Bed Mega Mat is the standard. We have the Roam Rest mattress in there right now. So if you don't want to deal with inflating and deflating, that's an option.
I actually have this exact one in my truck.
You got the bougie topper though.
I do have a bougie topper, everybody. So this is a 2.5 inch thick. It's a pretty comfortable. Mine's also on a tri-fold, and then I also have a topper on top of it. You could technically order the topper as well, but where are you going to store that thing?
Yeah, most of the people are just going to run the X-Bed.
Yeah, the X-Bed is great. I just don't like the inflating and deflating, but
yeah, I like it because you can store bedding up there. So like in my truck, I keep a down comforter, all my sheets and stuff, and then I deflate the X-Bed, which is a nice advantage that you don't get when you have a foam mattress.
And you camped in this in the summer, not the summer, well, I guess the summer, in the spring.
I've camped in it in every season, out in the snow.
And you're very familiar with your X1. Get a good view of them right here. Look at that. You know, have you had the windows open? There's some breeze up here. It's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, it's awesome when you get to somewhere that's super beautiful. You're up 10 feet off the ground. You open up the doors. You get the wind blowing through. It is an awesome experience, and it's awesome for kids too. Kids think it's like a private tree house.
I mean, it's really cool. I would love to camp up here.
I mean,
as a
it's
kid.
even awesome for an adult, but just think about how cool it is for a kid.
100%.
Gives like a separate space for the kids to hang out, so all their clutter and bedding isn't taking up space in the downstairs part of the van, and they can hang out up here.
And you have the added accessories. You've got the thermo puff ceiling, the gear loft or the gear.
Gear loft, yep.
Is that what it's called? And then I've never seen this netting.
Yeah, so that kind of helps with the tent management when you close it.
Okay.
But it's also nice just for holding the strap out of the way.
Do you guys sell that?
It comes with it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
What's really nice about these guys, I'll just show right now, this is all Velcro, and this is actually a product that the Super Pacific sells as well, and it's all just, you can keep all your stuff up there, whatever you need to. Anything else you want to kind of share with me about and look at the fan's been running this whole time?
Yep, so we do an insulation kit. We just have the insulated roof panel in there right now, but you'll see there's Velcro around the sides, so if you are somewhere where it's really cold, the walls just Velcro onto the roof panel. And then we also make it, like you said, with a cutout for the Max Air fan. So if you are running it, you can just roll up the flap, or if it's really cold, you can cover the fan hole.
Do you want to get up here and lay down and show people here? Look at that.
Oh yeah, so plenty of space to star.
You can starfish?
Yeah.
How tall are you, Philip?
I am 5'7".
Nice. So you fit here quite nicely.
Oh yeah.
So when you sleep, do you sleep your head where you just
Yeah,
were?
I sleep my head down this way. I think some people like it down there. I think it's a little bit claustrophobic.
I do too.
Also, all the windows are up front, so I feel like normally I like to have a window open, and so having my head here makes more sense for me.
For the really, really tall people,
yeah.
I know mostly kids are up here, but for the really tall people, I know that like for your X1, you guys have a crash pad. Are you gonna add an insert where I'm standing right now?
We have one in the pipeline. We haven't developed one yet, primarily because it's mostly people sending their kids up here.
Yeah.
Granted, some people do sleep up here if you're like hauling gear or a dirt bike or...
It's a great idea, actually.
...construction material or whatever. You use your van for other things other than recreation.
Yeah.
the cloud cap's a good option for that, but we don't have something to cover the hole yet. I've seen a lot of builders make something custom, like a little tray.
And then builders will also put like a piping up here for heat.
Yep, exactly. So some people have piped in heat and air conditioning, little portholes in the side of the pass-through that you can drill out.
Yep.
Not super common, but it's pretty cool when people have done it.
Well, let's step into the back. And I did mention heat, Philip. You actually do have a heater right underneath your...
Yeah, we have the S-bar underneath the passenger seat, which is great for the cloud cap because the heat naturally kind of just rises up into the tent. So that's been pretty good for winter camping.
Yeah, you haven't had an issue.
No.
In winter camping, you actually sleep in the back anyways.
Yeah.
So are those the flares or are they the Van Speed capsules?
Yeah, so they're the new flares from Flare Space.
What's different about them?
They're bigger, like especially if you look on the driver's side, it's way bigger. They also go like the full distance between like the slider rail on the other side. It goes from the bottom to the top.
Interesting.
So they're just bigger. I think they look a lot better than the previous version.
And I stepped back just a little bit because I actually noticed you have 2 solar panels up on the on your cloud cap, and you actually sell those too.
Yeah, we do. So they're manufactured by a company called Artec. They're a local electrical distributor for us. They're also a big Garmin dealer. And they manufacture some of the parts for the cloud cap. And so they designed custom panels to fit on our roof to maximize the wattage that you get up there. 2 210-watt panels up there right now with the Max Air fan. If you don't do Max Air fan, you can do another panel and get 630 watts up there.
What is the weight? What's that? I know you can upgrade the struts, but...
Yep. So the cloud cap weighs 220 pounds. If you want to have it open with more than 50 pounds on it, then that's when we'd recommend upgrading the gas struts. But right now, just with the solar panels and the Max Air fan, what comes standard is good enough.
Finish it off, you actually do have a ladder that you don't really need, but you have the Owl Van back ladder.
The tire carrier ladder, because the tires that we have are too big for the stock cradle for underneath the van. And then it's just nice. I like to go up on the roof when I get somewhere pretty. Drink a beer during sunset. That's the other nice thing about the cloud cap is there's a 300-pound walking load. So if you want to get up there, enjoy the nice sunset, you're not losing the ability to walk on your roof.
There you go.
This is the Mini Monster box.
Mini Monster.
And then we have the B2. And like I said, I like to cook outside. So if it's nice out, I'll have my propane tank in here. I'll set my stove here. And then you're not getting any smell or steam in the van. I've been taking the Howl campfire with me.
Oh yeah, we actually sat by and yeah.
And the propane tank, and that is a really good combo to fit in here. I can fit a 20-pounder, the Howl, my stove, kind of anything propane related I'll leave in here. Or if it's not burn ban season, I'll keep like a couple bundles of wood. I don't know, it's been really handy to have this for sure.
Well, I think we got all the information that we actually need here from you, Philip, and I think we're all greatly appreciative from that. Great looking van build and simple, easy, and people want to get their own cloud cap or an X1, where do we find you?
Yep, superpacificusa.com is where you can find both our page for the X1 truck campers and for the cloud cap. We are also in Portland, Oregon, and we have a showroom, so if you want to come and see one of these in person, and you're local to us, come by the showroom 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. We usually have 5 to 10 trucks in the parking lot that have... Easily. We have one in our showroom too, and then our van's here 90% of the time as well. So if you want to see one, see our van, absolutely, please reach out to us, come by, and we can show you one in person.
I've said this multiple times in other videos. They are the best, I'm not even kidding you, quality-wise, when it comes to the canopy style campers.
Yeah.
And now they have moved into taking that and putting it on top of a van. It's best of both worlds, and it's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, 5-year warranty on the cloud cap, 3 years on the sewn tent, 5 years on the X1s, all made in the USA right here in Portland, Oregon.
Wow. Thanks, Philip. We'll see you soon, pal.
See ya.